Brian Tramel, RynoJB, Rollin Into Mempho.
Oh yeah. Busted Daddy went live at 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is the STSPod.club production. Oh my God. Don't you just love that new theme song?
I love it, man. I'm over here grooving out. I'm ready to go over here, BT.
When we first did the theme song, Rollin Into Mempho comes from a song by Handsome Jimmy Valiant, huge classic legend. When we're getting ready for year two, this is the first show of year two, episode 53. I wanted to do something that sounded like Memphis, not really the wrestling, but sounded like Memphis. So I reached out to a few people, but the person that said, "Hey, let me do it, I can do it," was K Toomer. We've teased this. We told about it on Patreon, but it was K Toomer, and I said we spent. We only spent about 3 minutes talking about this. I said, look, I want the motorcycle at the front. Just do what you want to do. I want it to sound like Memphis.
Yeah, he came and approached me about it.
And man, it was awesome. Awesome. Thank you,
guys
K
did great.
Anybody, hey, if you guys want music done, he has a studio.
Yeah.
You can go do music right there at the studio in Memphis. Hit me up or hit him up. Tell him BT and Rhino sent you. Real quick, let's talk about Patreon. I said something about Patreon just a few seconds ago. We revealed the song last week. We finally got together on Thursday night, and the first episode of Shooting Star. 90, I believe it's 99 minutes or 95 minutes. We sat down. It was, at first, we still was kind of, I don't know, feeling each other out about what we were going to really say. And then we just let loose, guys. It's just like me and Dustin were on the phone talking as friends. It ends up being I'm really proud of it. There's some shows that I'm real proud of. I'm real proud of this one. Very, very, I don't know how to talk. I don't even know how to talk about it. I hate saying something where I'm trying to stroke my ego about something and I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to tell you that Dustin revealed a lot of stuff. He talked about building a D, Jerry Lawler, how he started the promotion, where he got the idea, the background of the idea. This episode's called Let's Start a Wrestling Promotion. And it's all about that. He even answers the question where a bunch of people are now. Me and you've wondered where are the Russell twins? No, Russell twins. I'm sorry. Guys like that. Where are they? I took some people from the first 4 shows, and that's what we concentrated. We watched the first big angle, and I let him talk about King Cobra the Cup and it being destroyed by Alan Steele. Just a fun show. Subscribe for $5. Easiest way is to go to www.stspod.club, and in the right-hand corner, or as we say in the South, counter, in the counter there, in the right-hand corner, you can quit laughing. I had a boss that said that all the time. Counter. Put that over there in the counter. And just subscribe. It's $5 a month. We put another episode of Cassette Wrestling News from 1990. I'm having so much fun with Patreon now, putting stuff on that you don't get to listen to. It's going to be over a month before we actually put it on the main feed. Subscribe. We had a little bit of a boost of subscribers the other night, but I think after they hear the clips, or after someone listens to it and says, "Do you believe they said that?" I believe they were talking about that. There is a meeting with Jerry the King Lawler that no one has ever heard about. I hadn't even heard the story. It's very good. Very good.
Whoa.
It's called Shooting Star for a reason, guys.
Yes, sir.
It's called Shooting Star for a reason. All right. So let's me and you get started. We're going to do hits. We're going to do misses. We're going to do MVP. We're going to throw in question of the week in there somewhere. We're going to talk about what do we look forward to the most next week. And wow, there's a lot there. And we're going to talk about must see for the show. Starting with you, Rhino. What are your hits for the week?
Well, my hits this week, I'm going to start off with Colton Cage takes a count out against Action Jackson. I'm upset that we didn't get a match. And I think we're going to talk about not getting a match here for a little bit throughout this episode. But we do get a future match against Mike Anthony. You know, I'm a big fan of both these guys. I love elements of wrestling. Colton Cage, Casanova. He's going to be facing the genetic nightmare, Mike Anthony, in the finals of this tournament here. You got two guys, or you look at the elements of wrestling. I look at them as almost, I want to put them right there at the top heels in Memphis wrestling here. Mike Anthony was definitely a top heel in Memphis wrestling, and for them to clash here, could we potentially see the babyface turn for Mike Anthony? I'm not sure, maybe so. Also, Carter Matthews saying that, hey, look, we're a team. This is my problem too. He took on that Mecca Lock challenge. I thought that was a hit. Good to see them together. Last week, I was really worried that they were going to break up. They're obviously not. Derek, by God, greater than Great King. I love the promo. I love the promo. Too, yes. It's got me hyped up for the match. It was a hit for me. Brandon being introduced with the Young Goats was a hit for me during their promo. Walker Hayes going back to the beginning was a hit for me. And you got Austin Lane in their match at the end there. Austin Lane didn't tag the hand of Bret Michaels. He slapped him on the chest. I like that right there. It wasn't noticed by the commentary team when it happened live. But for me, it's like, man, this match between them, it's going to be pretty heated. It's going to be, they might be friends, but he calls himself the best of the best. Not some of the best, of the best. So I'm looking forward to this match between them. And those are my hits.
All right, right on. Colton Cage with the win. Big hit. But here's what was a big hit for me with Colton Cage was that promo. Yeah. It's not my must-see for the week, but it is one of those things where has he just been sitting back? Or did he go to promo school? Good God, Colton, that was awesome. You did a fantastic job. It made me want to see the match. I believe that is next week, Anthony, and him. Mm-hmm. I really like Amber and Heather together. They called out Skylar. I knew what was going to happen. I absolutely loved it. I loved it with Nyla Rose coming out. Nyla Rose did an excellent promo too. Very fun stuff there. Young Goats, they had this guy they called Coach. His name is Brandon. Let me say something. Number one, guys, you can't call anyone Coach because that's me, Coach BT. That'd be infringement. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Let me say something about this guy. I've never seen him before. Don't know who he is, but he cut one of the best promos.
Yes.
All they had to do was just shut up and let him talk, and that's what they did. Awesome. He said, we need somebody. We need y'all to vote for this match. Can we have the posse here for this match? Loved it. Coach, Brandon, whatever your name's going to be, loved the promo. Walker Hayes video, absolutely loved the Walker Hayes videos because I'm a huge Walker Hayes fan. I was not a big fan when he first started, but I think he has huge potential of being a monster babyface. And then the 6-man tag. Everything about the 6-man tag I loved, Rhino, because it kind of showcased our top 3 baby faces in Austin Lane, Swole, and the GunShow there. All 3 of those are the top 3 guys. Swole taking the heat, and we thought we was going to get the Austin Lane hot tag, but he tagged in Bret Michaels, who then, as you said, Austin Lane tagged him in. Love the ending. Here's what's kind of cool. And let me, before I say any of that, know that the 3 baby faces, these are the guys. These are the 3 guys that the fans want to cheer. They showcased them. That's the main thing. But they also let us know there's still heat there. Those 2 guys want to fight each other. They want to fight each other to prove who is the best. He always bragging about being the best. The GunShow is going to show him kind of thing. It is March. I got the air date for this. It's March the 26th is when it will air, that match. So it's going to be about 4 weeks. But God, guys, I can't wait. All right. Misses for you this week there, Rhino.
My misses for me is about 40 minutes plus before we got a wrestling match. That was a miss for me. Maybe too many minutes on past weeks and what we've already seen, but also catching up the audience every week. I do think it's important. The microphone volume
still
not loud enough.
Up.
Yeah, it's just not getting over on the YouTube footage there. And then there was a frame cut during Tiger Joe's promo that I just wasn't a fan of. During those promos, especially right there next to Dustin, I like to see them Raw, but I'm sure there was a reason why it had to be cut.
Yeah, it probably went long
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
But it just, that's it for me. Those are my misses.
All right, so Action Jackson was not there. This is the second, so he wasn't there at those tapings. This is I'm saying this for two reasons. He was this is second show of 3 shows, so he wasn't there, but he is there the other tapings. So he was not. The storyline is he's not medically cleared. I got boo. I hated it. I hated it because I was booking AJ versus Mike Anthony in the finals. BT the booker. I was really wanting that. So boo on that. I understand he's probably booked somewhere else or he is hurt. We don't know. Here's what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of tag teams being beat up by one person. I just don't like that. The Skimhorns got beat up by K Toomer, and then the Soviet Saint, he put Full Nelson on both Country Rock. Both of, even though the Skimhorns are heels, sometimes you can get away with that with heels, but it don't look good for baby faces with one guy beating them up. Also, not a miss, but they're blurring a lot of this. Just making a note of this, they're blurring a lot of the babyface heelness, and it just started. It really started. Yeah. K Toomer comes out, in that dressing room against the Skimhorns, and then you don't have Mikey or anything, and then you have Austin Lane and you want to see Austin Lane and Bret Michaels against each other, but who's the heel, who's the baby? Maybe both of them are babyface. Who knows? They're blurring it a little bit. I have no problem with that. Sound still not good. Here's something I just talked about. The bad thing is if the sound is bad on one show, it's probably going to be bad on 3 shows. Right. And I hate that. I really do. I wish there would be some kind of really secret edit way you could fix that. I turned it up. I heard the interviews, but I hate it. I hate it for them when they make it. And there's nothing you can do. It's in the can. You got to use the footage that you have. Before we go to MVP, let me just talk about we had Newsletter versus Newsstand again this week because it's the 2021 the Wrestling Observer 2021 awards came out on Monday. They had the PWI already, and they talked about really fun episode. Go out and check that on the main feed. All right, man, we're at MVP.
My MVP, Austin Lane. My man got in there. He cleaned house. He showed the champion exactly why he's the number 1 contender and why he calls himself the best of the best. He's my MVP this week.
Oh, man, I'm going another direction. I'm going with Skylar because they put her back to the wall kind of thing. And then the actual scripting of all this was awesome. You got two heels in the ring, and they're challenging the top female babyface right now. And she's already got it taken care of. She brings out Nyla Rose, who come off really as a superstar, big star right there, as being on AEW. It looked real good. That part looked real. I can't wait to see the match. My MVP is Skylar for the week. All right, now we're ready for question of the week.
Hello, everybody. Dustin Starr here once again for the question of the week. And this week's question of the week is from Richard C. And it's a little bit of behind the scenes here. It says, how far in advance do you book your VIP experience? So, of course, here at the Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center, we have a VIP experience with some sort of superstar that we think that you guys want to see. So we do book that in advance. Actually, right now, we just completed the entire calendar for 2022, and it does include some Saturday nights. So we're already looking as far ahead as April, May, and June as far as getting on these guys and gals' calendars. So if there's a superstar in particular that you want to see, go ahead and list that superstar in the comments. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the names that you guys are pitching to us, we've already been in touch with multiple times. And a lot of times you can't book them just like that because they're so booked. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Danhausen, who's on AEW now. We've been in touch with him several times. The dates just never work out. Orange Cassidy, of course, we want to bring to Memphis as well, and he stays booked. There is superstar after superstar after superstar that we've been trying to get in touch with. So put those requests in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. But I'll tell you right now, there is a big, bad AEW superstar that cannot wait to get back at the Wrestle Center.
Everybody dies. Lance Archer returns to go one-on-one with the GunShow. All tickets are on sale now, and get yours before it's too late at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com.
Right on, brother. Yes, he's coming. I'm so fired up about this. I told you I may be down there for just to see that match. Those two guys, they've got it's closing in on 100,000 hits, man. For looking at the video of that angle that Archer came down and did with Brett Michaels. Closing in 100,000. That's a lot. So, but I'm gonna turn it around real quick. I'm excited about that match, and we've talked about this a couple of times. I don't know if it's been on Patreon or right part of question of the week. Who would be you would like to bring in? And it doesn't have to be AEW. It just independent wise. Who would you like? And he said they had shows booked all the way through 2022. That's crazy, man. Who would you like for them to bring in?
There's a lot of different people that come to mind, but as he says, a lot of those bigger names stay booked. I think maybe getting AC Mack here in Memphis would be a good look.
AC Mack, I've seen him. Yeah, not a huge fan of his, but he's would be fun.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I have found, and I will text one of my Lance, the guy that helps me do this podcast. I'll say he really looked good on Memphis television, but I'm not sure he's ready or he's that good for the main roster, kind of thing. I thought Joey Janela was awesome.
Oh yeah,
and I thought Avalon was awesome on Memphis Wrestling. I thought Nyla Rose was awesome. Not a huge fan of them when they're on the main stage, but I was a fan of them while they were here. It's just kind of weird. But I feel like there's some people that's made for that. That may be it with AC Max. Man, let me say something. And I know I'm trying big time, and I know they won't be here, but I would love to see the Young Bucks do something in Memphis, just because Memphis history. Also, they had him booked at one time, and probably will book him in the future if something happened. And that's Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer is a huge Memphis wrestling fan. Watched it as a kid and did an angle in Memphis one time with Jerry Lawler and at the ECW arena. I would love to see Tommy Dreamer in here too. And it's, Rhino came off as one of the ECW legends, but he came off really well too. All right, there is our question of the week. Oh yeah. What do you look forward to the most for next week?
Next week for me, Nyla Rose and Skylar teaming up to take on Amber Rodriguez and Heather Monroe. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. But there is so much going on next week. The whole show, wrestling as well. A lot of wrestling. I hope we get a lot of wrestling matches.
You said there wasn't a lot of wrestling, and there wasn't. Felt like an interview show, and it's kind of like it almost felt like the build for the next show. Not a huge fan of that, but I understand why they do that. I'm like you. I want to see 2 matches at least, 2 to 3 matches. Nyla Rose, Skylar, I can't wait to see them as a team. And then to see what they do with the heels, because hopefully the heels will just be bumping all over the place. DK versus Rhino, that could be a really, really good match. 2 veterans right there. DK made mention, I want you to say, he's made mention of being Wrestler of the Year 5 years in a row. Yeah. Do you know what? That was from my website. So, Derek, thank you very much. My fans voted, or the fans voted. So
the fans voted.
Yeah.
BT, stop putting yourself down. You BT, baby. You BT. Coach.
Colton Anthony. Colton against Anthony. I believe that match is next week. That's what I believe Star said. Dustin was telling us. Colton Cage. Is this the time to elevate him into something new? Like I said, great promo. But Mike Anthony has been on such a tear. Colton Case, to me, is not at the level of Mike Anthony, but Mike can bring him up to that level in that match. So I'm looking forward to the whole show next week. It should be really good. All right, what was your must-see? It's not always the same, but is your must-see the same as mine? What is yours?
Mine is, I don't know, it might be Brandon joining the Young Goats. I thought that promo was absolutely incredible. I agree with you. It was my must-see. You got to see this guy cut this promo. It's one of the best, arguably could be considered the best promo that's happened here in Memphis wrestling. It was incredible. It was absolutely, he's got me more invested in this match. Besides Aaron getting his eye poked out, I would say this promo's got me more interested in this matchup between these two teams than anything. That promo was incredible.
Well, here's something I said last week. I said, look, I don't say anything negative about Aaron and Zay, and I thought it was funny when we were at the awards banquet. I was talking about Young Goats, and Aaron said, "Just wait till we get up there before you put us over, VT. We know you love us," or something like that. It was really funny, and the idea is, I do, but they're not good on the microphone. The fans love them, and they can almost pretty much say anything they want to say. By putting this babyface guy with them and whatever they're going to do with him, let him talk, let them wrestle, and then you always got the opportunity for that guy to turn heel against them. So it's pretty awesome. It was real good. But my must see, I'm still gonna go with Skylar calling out Nyla Rose. I seen Nyla Rose, but I didn't see her listed, so I knew she was coming out. I just knew it. She was coming out with Skylar, so they didn't disappoint me. Somebody else that where are they now? And we broke kayfabe big time on the Patreon site. Where's Eric McMahon?
Oh,
we loved Eric McMahon, didn't we? We loved him. Eric has another job. We even told what that other job is. I told my feelings about Eric in a story watching him on one of his first promos. But we also talked about him, humongous. Patreon, $5, guys. It will not come to the main feed for another at least 4 weeks. So I don't have an exact date for it. Some clips will go up this week on Championship from Wrestling, a YouTube page, but they will be short. We did, like I said, about 99 minutes, and there's only going to be about 3 minutes of that whole interview released before on the main feed there. All right, man. Same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there, and as everyone knows, I love my mama.
Me too.